Do I have advice for Brendan Fraser? No.
One not to love, first of all.
He's so kind and funny.
They're asking me about you, so I have to say something.
Well, he's a big pain in the neck.
Thanks so much for your time. I interviewed you once before, a couple of years ago, and it struck me then, oh, you're very tall, aren't you?
If I stand up straight.
And this is like a good film to display that even more so. Do you have any tall man hijink stories from being in Japan or other parts of Asia?
There's a scene in the movie where we sit down to have okonomiyaki, which is pancakes, right? And that restaurant stood on that location, no joke, for like a couple hundred years. So the door is the size of a Lilliputian. And Akira Yamamoto, the other actor in the movie, at one point he steps up and he decides to go for a little walk. And he took off down the street. And I've got to chase him down, and he can move. And I was trying to get my shoes on. He ain't stopping unless I catch him. Oh, you better believe I was crowning myself in the bumping into the door. I was like, it was like a round peg in a square hole.
I don't think you expected this role to be so physically demanding, did you?
No, I didn't. I thought I just had to stand up straight.
Well, congratulations again, and
thanks, boss.
Thanks so much for your time. Appreciate you.
You got it. Bye.
Cheers.
Yes, I think that, our family are found members. Our families certainly are the ones that we are born into, but sometimes in our families we can feel like a giraffe born into a family of zebras.
That's a really good metaphor.
And when you are outside of what makes you comfortable,
You're trying.
You're trying. You're trying, yes, but you want to fulfill that. I mean, there's a business model in Tokyo where you can actually go and there's an aged population in Tokyo.
Yes.
And very often someone in their late 90s will have someone step in to be their daughter who no longer talks to them just so they can brush their hair for an afternoon and tell them stories.
That's really, really sweet when you think about it. Getting
does.
that sort of that thing you've been missing.
This film is a love letter to Tokyo. And it's addressed to loneliness anywhere. And it's signed with a cherry blossom kiss.
I have one more question.
It's a perfect timing to get you, because if you look to your right, Brendan Fraser is stood right there. I know you spent a lot of time with him at this point, but can you tell me what he means to you as a kind of a figure from your childhood watching him in films?
Oh my goodness, right? They're asking me about you, so I have to say something.
Well, he's a big pain in the neck.
No.
Hi. Where are we? Here you
Over there.
You do not eat.
I think we're just also lucky to be in his orbit, because he's, as you can see, just the most wonderful, warm. He's like a giant hugging human form. So, I want to be like him when I grow up. I want to be like him as an actor, so giving, so as a scene partner, you just feel like if you fall, he's going to catch you. He's going to be there. And I think as a person, he's like that too. And his role in the movie is also like that. He just catches people, right, when they're falling. And I don't know, like, if we need more people like that in the world, so I want to be like him.
Also, very well done, because it got a little bit weird when to say something nice about someone who's right next to you, but you nailed it.
I know, because I just adore him. I just adore everybody in this film.
I know that you've obviously worked on a lot of American and English language speaking productions, but this is a chance for Brendan Fraser to be on a Japanese speaking production. Nice that roles are reversed for a way. Did you have any advice for him for being kind of the a foreigner on foreign soil kind of thing?
Do I have advice for Brendan
Did you dare give him advice?
No. No. I mean, he was perfect. I mean, he was, really professional, of course, from the day one. And then, I don't have to tell you how great he is as an actor. But he opened up for us. I mean, the way we do the filming is different. But he was accepting all of us, and we accepted him, and it was a great journey.
What's been most fascinating about this film to learn is that the concept of a rental family is a real thing in Japan, and it hasn't really taken off elsewhere in the world. After this film comes out, would you like to see perhaps that businesses pop up across the West too?
I don't know, but rental family might sound a little bit wacky, but we all feel like when you see like an old man like my father's age, like some gesture or some mannerism like that, like remind me of my late father or something, and then those little things, like we all do that like naturally. So I guess you can make that into a business. It's your choice, but it's a natural thing, I think.
How are you finding this? How is this kind of feel to you?
It's big, huge, and it's cold.
It is a little cold. Let's rush through it. Hey, tell me about how you got cast in Rental Family. Like, start from the beginning and how you arrived on set. It must have been a fun story,
I
right?
did an audition. They're looking for, I think, 9 years old mixed girl, and my mom asked me if I wanted to do it. I said I want to do it. So I got into the audition, and then I went through. It was amazing.
And congratulations again. I don't know if you know, but Brendan Fraser is known in internet circles as being the nicest man alive.
That's true.
And that's true. Oh, thank God. Because obviously you have first-hand experience with him now. How did you find just hanging out with him for a couple of months?
It was just, it was crazy. He's so kind and funny, and he felt like my dad. And it was so comfortable to be with him. And all the rest of the cast, they're so, I met Akira-san for the first time, but he's really kind and it's really nice to be with him.
That's so nice to hear. One of the things which has caught my attention is if you look on the poster over there, you guys in
Oh, that's me!
What is happening on that day with you and Brendan in your cat gear? Talk about that day on set.
I'm on his back, but, so it's a parade. Can I say this? It's a parade. And there's this kind of cats all over the place. And then I guess I was too short for the camera, so I had to get out to his back. And then we just walking through the parade, and it's so fun. And we got this face paint like a cat. It was so cool.
I've loved seeing the interviews with yourself and Brendan because you're so warm and so loving to each other still. I saw you call him your new family, your permanent family.
Yes.
What is it about Brendan that feels so familial?
I think he's, one not to love, but first of all, he's just like really open, and he's just willing to, he doesn't come from the closed place, he comes from open arms. And that personality about him that I just always loved. And you watch his movie and you feel who he is. And when I saw him on the, a Q&A in the big screen during the BAFTA screening, I was like, wow, this guy is so incredible human being, and I felt he's got to be my guy.
When you were co-writing the scripts, who did you? Everyone says, "Oh, I always had Brendan in mind," but did you have Brendan in mind when you were writing the script?
Actually, the script was originally for somebody younger. Yeah, it was like a much younger character, and we had so many different versions of the movie, versions of the script. One time he was working at the Butler Cafe, and he wasn't the actor at first, and so we were looking and examining what's the story that could resonate the most. But when I saw Brendan again on the screen, I was like, here he is. And so we worked on the script and rewrote it and adjusted it, and then it is what it is now.
I spoke to the young actress Shannon, who is adorable, and she seemed to have a fantastic time on this as well. She had many nice things to say about Brendan. Did you, as a director, kind of set them away and help build their relationship to form their bonds, or did they do that themselves?
I think a little bit of both, but I think Brendan was he was so welcoming and so loving, and Shannon really made Shannon so comfortable. There's one point that day one, he was teaching her where to hit the mark. And I told Shannon, because she never acted before, this is her first time, and I told Shannon, that's an Oscar-winning actor. He's telling you how to hit the mark. Just remember this moment. And she did great.
Would it a mark of success for this film to be perhaps one day the concept of a rental family, which I know is real in Japan and is an existing business?
Yes.
If that pops up around the world, would that be a mark of success for this film?
I think so. And there's actually a couple people reached out to me that they started this company and they wanted to have we talk about it, and I checked the Instagram, and they're like, startup new rental family company, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. I was in India.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations on the film, and thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Arigato. Thank you.